Hi, how's it going everybody? 03CanadianF5 here, and over the last week and a half we've had the opportunity to put over 150 miles on the brand new 2014 Arctic Cat ZR 7000 Limited. First impressions in a nutshell are very good. This sled is the result of the collaboration between Yamaha and Arctic Cat, and it gives you all of the benefits of Arctic Cat's Procross chassis, along with the proven reliability of Yamaha's 1049cc 4-stroke triple. The engine found at the heart of this machine is, as mentioned, Yamaha's proven triple that's found in sleds such as the Nitro and Vector, has an estimated 135 horsepower and loads of torque to go along with it. Power comes on smooth and predictably, and the throttle response is very quick, so it makes for a really fun trail sled from corner to corner. The exhaust note alone sounds great and is enough to make me love the machine. The very deep and throaty sound from idle all the way up to the mid-range makes it a fantastic trail sled because it does not drone at annoyingly loud volumes while you're riding on the trail. So Cat and Yamaha have developed this new gauge cluster that is found on the Viper and the ZR 7000s, and personally I love it. The numbers are easy to read. The information that you can choose to display varies a lot more than past deluxe gauges offered by Cat. Setting the clock, as you can see, is quite simple. On the left, you can choose between the speedo and the tach. The coolant temperature can also be changed to display the battery voltage, intake air temperature sensor, and can be left blank. On the right, you can choose between displaying the odometer, 2 trip meters, or the hour meter. The clock can also be exchanged for the tach readout, as well as an altimeter. The illuminated Cat logo, as well as the startup animation, are a nice touch as well. As you would expect, once again this year, the SnowPro suspension is outfitted with Fox Float shocks up front. This year, however, they've upgraded to Fox Float 3s, and the Arctic Race suspension is ahead of the rest. The front end does a fantastic job of coping with rough terrain, especially while you're cornering, which means that even if you're in a very bumpy corner, the sled and you are going to make it around in one piece. A big plus of having Fox Float shocks up front is definitely the adjustability. These shocks, using the supplied pump from Fox, can be dialed in for a rider's preference. We found ourselves riding with about 75 to 80 psi in the front shocks, and there's a nice balance between comfort, firmness, and good handling. The slide action rear suspension makes another appearance this year in the Procross chassis, and just like previous years, handles the bumps beautifully. With the torsion springs set to the softest settings, and we found that under normal riding conditions at this setting, stutter bumps were not much of an annoyance, and we never found ourselves bottoming out. This means that for riders looking for a stiffer setup, you're simply a quick adjustment away from being satisfied in the big bumps. The Procross chassis is known for its ability to handle in the corners, and this machine certainly is not an exception to that rule. In tight conditions on a cold day, the sled was literally on rails, and we were happy that this specific machine was equipped with 90 studs to help keep the rear in check. Even in softer conditions on the trail, we found that the sled had little issue dealing with the tight bends. The 1.25-inch Camoplast Ripsaw track deals with any type of trail condition happily, and it performs quite well off-trail. Ergonomics have been improved since 2013 with a new seat that is slightly taller. The new seat makes sitting to standing transitions even easier than before, and with the softer foam is much more comfortable on long trips. The new heated seat found on limited and other 4-stroke models, while maybe not necessary, is a very nice feature to have. On long trips on cold days, it makes the experience quite comfortable. However, forget it on high for too long and you'll be hot under the collar. The tapered tunnel does a fantastic job of making the sled feel like it's tailored to the shape of your body. It's very accommodating to riders who choose to wear larger boots, such as snowboard boots, for added ankle support. You'll also find that the 4-stroke mill under the hood produces lots of heat which tends to vent out into the footrest area. Your feet will be nice and toasty, and on warmer days you might find yourself pulling your feet out of the footwells just to cool them off at times. Obviously, being a 4-stroke, the one drawback is weight. While this sled is lighter than the 1100 4-stroke, the curb weight of the 7000 is still 80 pounds more than its electric start equipped 800 2-stroke cousin. Arctic Cat does a phenomenal job of hiding this weight, however, while you're trail riding, and it's safe to say that that extra weight actually adds a certain amount of plushness to the ride of the SnowPro suspension. Smaller stutter bumps are less of a nuisance on the trail as compared to the lighter 800s. Overall, the on-trail performance and comfort levels of this sled are excellent, and where the extra weight does become a factor is when we go off-trail. Coming off a 2-stroke, the extra weight is something that you need to get used to, but when it's needed, the bottom end torque produced by the Yamaha mill can be utilized to get the sled on its side and make those corners in the deep stuff. If you're looking for a great trail sled that can do everything from touring to ditch banging and look good while it's doing it, look no further than this ZR 7000 Limited. It's orange, and it's fantastic. A special thank you to Nick's Sales and Service Limited in Espanola, Ontario for supplying the snowmobile that you see here in this video. Please check them out on nicksgotyoucovered.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.